My name's Gus the Goose.
Yes, and it's Code Bacons. We apologize for we apologize for the stream delay as we had some technical difficulties, but we resume on lap 2, coming to lap 3 now of the race.
Royal took pole position and continues to lead from pole position. He's got his teammate for company, also Krakdev, who we assumed would be retiring, but we know he always comes back to the sport. He simply loves it. Royal took pole position and continues to lead from pole position. Last time out, Man Pifting took an over 20-point lead on his two championship rivals due to all the various circumstances that happened in that crazy race. And it's been all change here again, including a new face. A new team has joined Division 1 in the form of Division 2 dominators, Fun and Group Racing. Two of the most exciting drivers this season in the late stage, definitely Junior and Tofu. I'm excited to see what they can do in Division 1. They're not present today, but that'll be worth watching later. Sebastian Coteau chasing Milo into the arc chicane. In terms of the track, it does offer plenty of slipstreaming straights, but there's also long sections of constant twisting tight corners around the streets of Rio. So whether or not want to be in clean air or undercut, it's always up in the air. This is one of the all-time classic Formula ROBLOX tracks here, preserved in its classic fawn glossy look. The Triple Crown is on the line. Victory in Japan, victory in Argentina, and victory in Brazil. The ultimate honor for any Formula ROBLOX League driver. Out in front, Royal is leading not comfortably from his teammate, but he's definitely answered every single challenge. He comes into the pits now. His teammate responds. Everyone's responding. The soft tire is now a liability. They're coming to bring it in. Theoretically, the medium shod runner should now flat the order, even to possibly take the lead of this race. We see the leading medium runner before coming in, I believe, was Gio, and he has jumped all the people who pitted, I believe.
I think this is too early to pit for the soft runners. It's only lap 5 of the race, and they've already made pit stop. I would have assumed they would have gone to lap 7 or even lap 8.
The medium tire has been a very popular tire this season. Many people say it's the only tire worth running. That might not necessarily be true from track to track, but that might be the impetus of the theory which is being applied here today. They want to get the soft tire out of the way, use it to get a good start, and then run the rest of the race on the mediums, not shortening the medium stint too long as to waste the long-term effective grip that tire has. Nobody's chanced the hard tire yet, but there's always someone, so we'll see. Showing me Chris's results: 8th, 12th, 5th, 7th, 10th, 11th, 8th, 6th, 3rd. So you can see right there at the end, he's just had a sharp increase in quality. Finished in the points in every single race he started so far. He has one DNF to his name this season. And it looks like he's going to be continuing to maintain that upward trend as he leads Light Murillo and Ball Stars Master into the ARC chicane, improving and possibly even challenging for the best of the rest type positions in this championship behind the 3 championship protagonists.
Right now, he's currently P3 provisionally behind the 2 Saigon Speedsters cars, but he still has a lot of pressure from Light Marilla behind. But so far, he's doing a really good job as we see Royal about to overtake Man15, his championship rival, who has had not the most Man15 performance this race as of now.
Ever the humble man, Gio will always tell you that he's not D1 quality. I argue that he is, and he's continuing to prove me right. He's running very comfortably out in front in that beautiful 2005-2006 championship-winning Renault Formula One tribute made in partnership with Funny Group Racing and Manti Racing. Forgive me if that's not how you pronounce that team. I only drive for them. I should know by now. And he's challenging Man15 and Royal as it stands, though all the different strategies are starting to meet in the middle now.
It is always good to see FRO teams use inspired liveries by real-life F1 liveries, especially original ones from the V8, V6, or V10 era.
If only it made that noise. If only it made the noise. Well, you can't have everything.
That's what Formula Roblox is for. If you've ever played it.
Presently, they were glued together going through that second sector into the third sector. It looks like now Sebastian Coteau has split the two. He's the Sebastian Coteau meat in a McLaren breaded sandwich as they come down to the main straight and fight for supremacy into that first corner.
Oh, and Sebastian Coteau makes a mistake. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but Coteau has made a mistake, and Brawl Stars Master is now right behind him again.
He falls into the clutches of Brawl Stars Master as they go into the tight 90-degree corners, trying not to hit the wall. He seems to be pulling away from him again, trying to make up for lost time, but the McLaren ahead is rushing forward. Meanwhile, Gio and Going Me Chris are challenging into the long run down to the arc chicane, trying to hit the wall, trying to go wide. Going Me Chris lunges in, just stays on the track. No, I think he went off just slightly, but he gets away with it as he follows Man Pifting the best he can, using the slipstream of the two cars ahead to try to pull away from Gio. His invisible crew are waiting for him at the end of the pit lane. Oh, he stopped on the wrong marks. I think he stopped on Dev's
that
pit
is
stall.
not a good pit
No, he
stall by
overshot
Matthew.
completely. Oh, what a disaster.
What? He missed it by a long shot.
He must have been
he's going
expecting it to
all
be
the
where
way
it was in
back.
practice.
And he's still missing it. He's so lost right now.
What has happened? A driver who's not made a great prominent amount of mistakes
He's
this
so
season.
lost
Something has
right
gone
now.
horribly wrong. Look at the gap he's now lost. It's the oh. Which pit stall is his?
I don't know. But it looks like he's going to lose the opportunity to even
His pit
maybe
box
sneak
didn't
a point
spawn.
or two.
He's saying his pit box didn't spawn.
Oh, so
I was just
Must have
saying
been a
his
game
invisible
issue
crew is
then.
waiting for him. His invisible crew isn't there. They're at lunch.
I think it has to be a restart. It's definitely a game's issue and definitely out of Man 15's hands.
He didn't overshoot his pit
I
box. It
think
just wasn't
it's
there. He overshot
I
it by
think
an
it has to
entire
be a
reality.
restart. Has to be a restart for sure. Because it's definitely out of Man 15's control that he did not get a pit box.
If he can't pit, he
We
can't
definitely have to
qualify to
restart
finish
it.
the race. Unfortunately for him, so I believe so.
And there it is. The race is resetting.
Did you get the order? Okay. We thank you at home for joining us. Apologies for the many technical difficulties. This race is just so exciting that things seem to go wrong for us when we get excited. It is a red flag, as it were. We're restarting the race because of a pit box that wouldn't spawn.
My question to you, Quattress, is that where is Man 15 going to be? Because before the red flag came out, he was lapped. So are we going to put him a lap down or
Let me check. I like reading rules, so we'll be right with you, folks. Oh, isn't this fun?
Yeah, we'll give Cotris a moment to sort everything out.
I've never seen a pit box not spawn before. That's just wild.
Well, we already restarted, so just reorder everything now. But my question is,
If you've never seen a
will
red
map
flag in
15
on the
be-
Roblox at home, what happens is we restart the session. When the flag comes down, the drivers don't drive away. Instead, we have them park up in their pit box in a certain order, and then the race director will count them in, and then they continue racing from that order. The order is usually the order they were in the last time the race leader took the timing line, but because the issue was so long, we are deliberating, or our race directors are deliberating on what order should be done. By that metric, I think he would just start in last place. Obviously, you can't start the race a lap down. Either that or the order in which they were in before he came into the pit stop the last time the race leader took the timing line.
Oh, and it's raining.
Oh, what fun! The heavens have opened up just to make things a bit more interesting. Now I'll do my impression of Anthony Davison on the Sky Spad on Sky Sports, not sponsored by the way, and find out before he came in when was the race leader. Royal was leading the race. Before he came in, Royal had taken the timing line, and Manpifting was 4th place. That seems fair. It will put Manpifting in a position most closely logical to where he would be when he would have pitted anyway. So
And now we see the drivers going to their designated pit stalls in the grid to where they were before the race got red flagged.
because of the interesting scenario in which all these last races have played out, this will actually be my first time I get to commentate on a race start that'll be on the screen.
That is really weird. That is really strange that Man 15 didn't see his stall. We're gonna have to look into that later, but that's just really strange. I don't think
If you can
anyone
free
has
camera,
had-
we can see if it's actually there or not.
No, you can't.
We can't? Okay.
Only the driver, from the driver's perspective, can see it.
Like the name on the pit wall.
No, like only if you're driving, you can only see your pit stall where it is. It'll be a red block, a red rectangle to where your pit stall is. as the drivers are lining up now. We're gonna wait for the restart procedure by Quattros to make sure everything's good to go.
We need to find out. We need to find out who before the race got a bucket of paint thinner and dumped it all over his pit stall.
No, I don't think it's your fault, Quattros. It's if it was really a game, if it was really a game glitch.
You're doing a fine job, as do all of the race directors and officials for this game, because sometimes this game does things that we're just not ready for.
Okay. Now we are going to wait for the pit stop procedure. I mean, the race restart procedure.
We can allow Quattros to focus on getting this race started, so we'll talk this one in for you. The official calls the green. I think Royal might have jumped a bit there.
Yeah,
He's
but
going
he
to lead.
braked and reversed back.
I believe he gave up the lasting advantage immediately, so there's no major problem. We'll look at that later after the chaos of this first lap. He's going to lead. I knew we'd see the hard tire. There's always one each race. I will say on record personally, I think you made all the correct decisions. Whew, let me take a breather. T-Dirk leads. Light Murillo in second, who actually qualified P3 last season. He didn't end up finishing in that position. Last season, the final positions were Man Pifting winning from T-Jerk and actually Milo, who is in the position he finished. last season. Right now, he's in third. He's improved up to second. He gets past Tiedrick. He's challenging Light and Marilla now. Going me Chris and Play Games fighting behind. They're still in for a shot at taking this race lead for sure. Manpifting starting on the soft tire, unique among his peers. He's going to try to make up ground very quickly, come in as soon as possible, and take his tire off and come to the end. It's unfortunate for him. Very difficult decisions. I believe all the correct decisions were made given the absolute cluster nature of what happened. But now he has to fight back, and that will be worth watching.
Defin- Definitely one of the biggest benefiters of the restart is Milo and Light Murillo, who are both on the mediums and are 1-2 right now ahead of the two Saigon cars who are trying to make it to the end on hards.
What is the general stint length of a medium tire around this track right now? You think it can do 14
think,
laps, or would they have to come in? This race definitely not gone his way. He's on the fringe of the points right now. If any of his rivals win, he fails to score, which will be the first time all season he will have failed to score. It'll be the first time he will have not finished on the podium, I believe. I believe he's been in the top three every single session this season. And either of his two rivals could take the championship lead. Tiedrick, 24 points back. Royal, 25 points back after his amazing soft tire fight back in Bond. But what I've learned is you can't count any of these three out. Royal, Manpifting, and Tiedrick on absolute top form this season. And if anybody can fight back, it's going to be one of those three. And Manpifting is currently locked in a battle with Gio. Currently one of the Max GP cars wins. If he can stay there, it will be only the second time in this season in Division One that a team has gotten a win with both drivers. Both Saigons have won a race. Only one Mogus car has won a race, and only one, I believe it's a Max car that Play Games. My printer ink doesn't like orange, and the name of the team has simply vanished from my note sheet. I do apologize, but Light and Miller won't apologize for leading into the hairpin. Milo right behind, the two Saigons ever closer every single lap. Pifting is out of this race. It's just gone. It's just gone too wrong for him. A driver who has never finished off the podium this season is out of this race. I do have to feel for him. He did nothing wrong this race, but he's a driver of immense talents, and I can't wait to see what he'll do to fight back next race. For now, it's Blatt Murillo leading from Milo and Royal.
Right now, I think. Right now, I think we have to really monitor the gap between Royal and Light Murillo, as it looks like Milo is he's not out of it yet, but it looks like he can't keep up with the pace of Light Murillo. So Light Murillo really needs to hope to use Milo as a buffer to drag Milo along with him, as well as give Royal and TJ Dirty Air, because Dirty Air is really strong around here.
You look at Milo's results. It's been such an up and down season. He didn't take part in the first round. Then he got 7th, 8th, did not start, 3rd, 13th, 10th, did not start, 10th, and 8th. It's just been an absolute roller coaster for him. But we know he knows how to fight in the front. He has that podium this season, and he has multiple podiums last time round, and I have to say, sitting rather comfortably in second place as it stands. No commentators curse, please, in that McLaren as he goes into that tight section. Keeping away from the wall, he does it beautifully. Tucking underneath, trying to get the slipstream from Light Murillo, trying to get away from the two chasing Saigons behind who are fighting for position themselves.
Yep, as T-Jerk has overtaken Royal for P3 right now. Those two are really close on pace and both on the hard compound. So if the front two guys ahead of them do in fact make a pit stop, it's going to be potentially between Royal and T-Jerk, as if Light Murillo and Milo pit, I don't think it's going to be enough to catch back up.
There's a fight going on. It looks like for 6th place, Sebastian Katotis took Going Me Chris a few corners ago as they run down to the hairpin section.
Can I just say that Light Murillo is pulling away from Cedric and Royal? The gap is now about 2 seconds, and it was 1.5 1 to 2 laps ago. So Light Murillo really is having a great couple of laps.
The number 3 car is number 1 on the road. He's eking out a gap from Milo, but Milo isn't letting him go just yet. I'm starting to wonder if maybe Milo, at this point, at this stage in the race, he just needs to focus on trying to keep the slipstream to Light Murillo to get away from the fast-moving Saigon cars behind. Because if you let them get close on that tire later, they might come back at you. A lot of the drivers say the medium tire can go 18 laps. Always a mixed bag when you ask the drivers how far a tire can go, because a tire can survive that long, but perhaps it will lose its pace advantage compared to other compounds, and surviving isn't enough.
Another driver that could be in it is Sebastian Cattell. He's just moved up to P5 ahead of Play Games, who he just overtook. He's 1 second behind Cedric and Royal, so if he really pushes it, he can be in for a good race. As Milo goes wide, that was Milo behind Light Murillo, who just went wide, and he's going to lose more time to 2 cars behind them.
Cracking under the pressure, the Saigons now within what I would say is striking range. Going to that hairpin, they all run right over that white line. That is a real tongue twister, and will the order get twisted today as we come down into the twisty final section of this track? The long run up the hill into the flat-out chicane onto the timing line straight.
Cedric and Royal really have to get by Milo, because I think the slipstream Light Murillo is giving to Milo is really hampering their progression to catch back up to Light Murillo.
The largest gap we have in this field is down to 8th place, the only Mogus car still running in this race. Got a 5-second gas to Going Me Chris behind, and he's got a lot of hungry customers behind him, including current Division II East Championship leader Rodney, who has been very strong all season in his own divisions, as well as his first appearance in Division II West, and he's hungry for 8th place right now. The timing tower is being lit up with red sectors. All the tires are starting to wear in, and all the stints are starting to go long. He runs down to that hairpin section, brakes hard. Beautiful line through there. Just right over the white line. Knows exactly how much of it to take. The more these cars behind him fight, the more he can just run away, focus on doing clean laps, keeping away from the wall. All the while, it's 1.6 seconds the lead he has. That slipstream is fading, and now it's a tight battle for second place. Three-way T-Jerk takes it for now as they come down the timing line, but Milo is glued to him. Royals 0 seconds behind Milo, it says on the screen. Play Games comes in for his stop. Measuring the braking zone, deeply important in this track. It can be so tempting to minimize your braking, and you can still make it through the corner, but each time you do that, you lose time in all these uphill, downhill, hairpin 90-degree rights. No problem for Light Merlo. He's put another tenth to the two cars behind. The Saigons now run second and third. Milo down in fourth. Play Games pitted and is now running in 12th place. I believe he's the only person post restart to have pitted, so we'll see what he can do down in 12th. The only other Max GP car to win a race this season in Division 1, but we'll see an end to that stat today.
I think if Light Murillo's gonna pit, it's gonna have to be this lap. If not, it tells us that he is committed to make these tires last to the end. And he stays out, so it looks like it is very likely that Light Murillo is going to try to make these medium tires work and hold on to the first place against the fast coming Saigon cars. As we have more pit stops.
Their knives are out, their beaks are bloody. They've cleared Milo, so all they have to focus on is the Max GP car ahead. Light Merlo goes into the arc chicane. The two Saigons follow. None of these people are making a mistake, but all the while that gap is fluctuating. Two more drivers came into the pits. One of them was Meington, now runs 13th place. Young asked Justin if he wants to play FIFA later, but now the ball is in Light Murillo's court. That's a different ball game, I know. If the two
I still, the one thing I don't trust is the that. Yep, but I still don't trust the grip level on the hard tires, even this late into the stint, because the medium just seem to have a constant rate of decreasement, and it's constant enough to where you don't lose as nearly enough lap time for the other tires to come in. That's what's made the medium tires so good this season, as the gap has only been decreased by 1/10 this lap. It's now down to 1.3. 1.2 now. The Saigon cars really are trying, but they're going to be in that dirty air, and that's just going to make things ever more harder.
If you counted this race as not started, which obviously one of the Mogus cars is not running, if the Mogus cars qualified 1-2, finished 1-2, and got the fastest lap, every single race remaining in the season, they would take, and assuming none of the Saigon cars score in this very stretched scenario, but that's how Formula One calculates it, they would be able to take the Constructors' Championship, but all of those are very narrow chances.
Oh, light
So as
almost
of
hit the
now,
wall there.
ooh,
But
do the two run together and try to attack Light Merlo, or are they both also trying to take each other? Remember, these two, no love lost in terms of championship fight. They are championship rivals. The Constructors' Championship, so far ahead, they have a gap of 114 points coming into this race. It's all about the Drivers' Championship, and they have a black, blue, and orange roadblock in the way of the goal that they are frothing at the mouth to achieve. The next long straight is coming down the run to the hairpin. Light Merlo needs to get this right if he wants to escape. They might be able to take him into that hairpin if they get the slipstream down. But all the while, they need to try not to trip over each other.
and the bad thing, the bad thing, the bad thing about Light Murillo is that he cannot hope for one for them to make a mistake, because even if, let's say, TJ makes a corner cut, he's still gonna have Royal right behind him. It's a 2v1 right now, and that is not the scenario Light Murillo wants to be in, as we're coming up to 2 laps to go.
Separated by nothing but Light and Morello somehow keeping these Saigons at bay.
We did not think we would see the hard tires being used at all this entire race, but here we are, as Tedric might have hit the wall there. The two Scion cars are really trying to get by the dirty air, but it is really hard to. You're gonna have to stay close enough to maybe get a slipstream down the straightaways. You can see
The
Tedric
rear wing
using
of
all the speed.
Saigon says too slow. The answer is no, because Light Merle is pushing to the max to get this car to the end. He's not giving up yet, but it's going to be 1/10 of a second
Oh, he
as
goes
they run
wide!
down. He runs
Here
wide.
comes Tedric into the hairpin.
Tedric
And
takes the
Tedric
lead of
is
this
gonna
race
take
as
the
they run
lead.
down to the final stretch.
Light Murillo's still gonna,
A valiant
Light Murillo's
defense
gonna
for
have
the
a
driver of the
big
number 3
slipstream.
machine.
Light
The
Murillo
number
can
3
still
machine
try to
runs
use
number 3. A valiant
the
defense by
remaining
him, but the
tire
tires
life.
have just fallen away. White flag
Royal
sponsored
leads
by
right
the
now.
Epic Duck is coming to Rio. The Saigons lead into the second corner.
Light Murillo's really not falling off. Yep, he's just gonna have to really fight it, the the tire life out, because at this point the mediums, he's run almost 66% of the race on this set of medium tires alone, so they have to really be aware now. As you can see, he's losing so much time. It looks like, unless if the two in front make a mistake, it is game over. But it is still Tedric and Royal. Whoever wins this race will lead the championship to Man 15, who is out of this race. One sector to go.
The championship battle is on the line. The championship
Teacher
fight is on
goes
the line.
wide!
Teacher runs
goes
wide. He
Here
runs
comes
deep.
Royal!
Is the Triple
Royal!
Crown coming his way? They thought he
Royal,
wouldn't take the
he's gonna win.
championship lead. He takes the championship lead and the Triple Crown. Royal wins Rio! They said that he might not be able to take the championship lead again. Royal strikes back in Rio in a chaotic race that was worth sticking around for. I don't know. I would say it has to be. I don't know. It has to be Light Murillo. He led so comfortably for so long. The tire fell away from him. But, you know, it was just an exquisite showing. My thank you to everyone at home for joining us. My thank you to everybody in here, Quatris, Bacons, and our streaming crew, KitKat, and also Quatris. I'll see you when Formula Roblox Division 1 returns! Goodbye.
Yep. My driver of the day would definitely be Royal. I mean, the hard tires are definitely awful around this track, even in a 14 lap stand. But Royal, along with Teacher, managed to capitalize on Light Murillo, and they managed to overtake him and win the race.